Have you ever felt like a lone warrior on a battlefield, surrounded by challenges that seem insurmountable? Heartbreaks that pierce like arrows, doubts that cloud your vision like a thick fog? Life can feel like a relentless war, each hardship a new adversary threatening to bring you to your knees. But what if these very battles are the forge that tempers your spirit into unbreakable steel? Throughout history, great warriors and conquerors like Alexander the Great have demonstrated the incredible power of an iron mind. Facing overwhelming odds, navigating treacherous terrains, and confronting formidable foes, Alexander led his armies across vast, uncharted territories. His unwavering focus and mental fortitude not only conquered lands but also transcended the limitations others imposed upon him. He embodied the essence of a warrior who, despite the chaos around him, remained steadfast in purpose and unshakable in resolve. Imagine standing tall amidst the chaos, your inner fire burning brighter with each challenge, your resolve sharpening like a well-honed blade. The Stoics believed that every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen our minds and spirits, to become not just survivors but victors in the grand arena of life. They teach us that the power to overcome doesn't come from avoiding struggle, but from facing it head-on with courage and wisdom. This is your call to arms, to seize control of your destiny and unlock the secret power of an iron mind. Together we'll delve into timeless strategies used by warriors of philosophy and action alike, transforming trials into stepping stones and pain into purpose. It's time to don your armor, steady your gaze, and step onto the battlefield of life with confidence and determination. The world may challenge you, but with the right mindset, you are unstoppable. Are you ready to awaken the warrior within and claim the victory that is yours to take? Lesson 1. Forging the Unbreakable Mind, Embracing Adversity as a Catalyst. Have you ever wondered what it takes to develop a mind so strong that nothing can shake your inner peace? What if the secret lies not in avoiding challenges, but in embracing them? The Stoics believed that adversity is the forge where the iron mind is crafted. By confronting obstacles head-on, we transform ourselves, much like raw iron is transformed into steel through intense heat and pressure. As Seneca, one of the great Stoics, once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Could it be that the very challenges we dread are the key to unlocking our inner strength? Imagine you're a sailor navigating the tumultuous seas. The storm doesn't hinder you. It hones your skills, making you a more adept navigator. The Stoics saw life in the same light. They taught that every hardship is an opportunity to cultivate resilience and wisdom. Modern Stoic philosopher Ryan Holiday echoes this in his book, The Obstacle is the Way, suggesting that the impediments we face can become the path itself. Isn't it empowering to think that each hurdle is not a blockade but a stepping stone toward personal growth? But how do we shift our mindset to see adversity in this empowering light? The Stoics recommend reframing our perceptions. Instead of viewing challenges as threats, we can see them as tests of our character. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By controlling our responses, we maintain our inner equilibrium. Ask yourself, when faced with a difficulty, do you see a dead end or a door waiting to be opened? To cultivate the secret power of an iron mind in daily life, start by embracing small challenges intentionally. Set goals that push your boundaries and step out of your comfort zone regularly. Practice mindfulness to remain present and centered when difficulties arise. Journaling can also be a powerful tool. Write down the challenges you face and reflect on how they contribute to your growth. Could keeping a challenge journal help you see patterns and progress in your resilience? In embracing adversity as a catalyst, we begin to forge an unbreakable mind. The Stoics teach us that our true power lies not in changing external events but in mastering our internal responses. So the next time you encounter a stumbling block, consider this. Is this an obstacle, or is it the way forward? Remember, just as iron sharpens iron, so too does challenge refine the mind. Will you let life's storms strengthen your resolve? Lesson 2. The Alchemy of Thoughts, Transmuting Negativity into Strength. Have you ever considered that your mind might hold the secret formula to turn life's lead into gold? What if every negative thought was just raw material waiting to be transformed into a pillar of strength? The Stoics believed that our minds are like alchemists' crucibles, capable of transmuting adversity into empowerment. Just as a blacksmith uses fire to forge unbreakable steel, we can use challenges to refine our character. Modern Stoic philosopher Massimo Pigliucci reminds us that we are what we repeatedly do, suggesting that by mastering our thoughts, we master our lives. Isn't it time we harness this inner alchemy to craft an iron mind? Picture your thoughts as seeds in a vast garden. Some grow into flowers that uplift, while others become weeds that hinder growth. The Stoics taught that we have the power to cultivate our mental garden, choosing which seeds to nurture. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By consciously selecting positive and empowering thoughts, we paint our inner world with hues of strength and serenity. Have you been watering weeds or flowers in the garden of your mind? But how do we become skilled gardeners of our own thoughts? The Stoics advocated for mindfulness and self-awareness as the tools for this inner cultivation. Imagine standing at the edge of a calm lake, watching ripples fade into stillness. By observing our thoughts without judgment, we can identify negative patterns and gently redirect them. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Could adopting this mindful approach help you transform negativity into a source of power? To practice this alchemy in daily life, begin by keeping a thought journal. Each time a negative thought arises, write it down and challenge its validity. Replace it with a positive affirmation or a constructive perspective. Engage in activities that promote mental clarity, such as meditation or yoga, to strengthen your ability to observe and manage your thoughts. Additionally, surround yourself with people and environments that foster positivity and growth. What practical steps can you take today to start transmuting your thoughts into strength? In embracing the alchemy of thoughts, we unlock the secret power of an iron mind. The Stoics teach us that by mastering our inner dialogue, we not only change ourselves, but also the world we experience. Just as the phoenix rises renewed from its own ashes, we too can emerge stronger from the flames of our challenges. So the next time negativity knocks at your door, ask yourself, will you let it consume you, or will you transform it into fuel for your journey? Remember, the choice is yours, and the power has always been within you. Are you ready to become the alchemist of your own destiny? Lesson 3. The Echo of Eternity, Embracing Mortality to Empower the Mind. Have you ever pondered what it truly means to live fully in each moment? What if the secret to an unshakable mind lies in embracing the finite nature of our existence? The Stoics believed that by acknowledging the inevitability of death, we unlock a profound appreciation for life itself. Imagine life as a sandcastle on the shore, beautiful yet temporary, each grain of sand a precious moment. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Could it be that by facing the echo of eternity, we fortify our minds against fear and regret? Consider the stars that glitter in the night sky. They are distant suns, many of which have already burned out, yet their light continues to travel across the cosmos, reaching us years after they've gone. The Stoics taught that our lives are like these stars, brief in the grand tapestry of the universe, yet impactful. By embracing our mortality, we shine brighter in the time we have. Modern Stoic thinker William B. Irvine suggests that reflecting on our impermanence can lead to greater joy and fulfillment. Have you ever thought about how acknowledging the end can enhance your present? But how does contemplating mortality strengthen the iron mind? The Stoics believed that when we accept death as a natural part of life, we free ourselves from the chains of anxiety and fear. It's like a bird soaring above the clouds, unburdened by the weight of the world below. Seneca wrote, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." By shedding the fear of the inevitable, we gain the courage to live authentically and purposefully. What would you do differently if you weren't afraid of the end? To cultivate this secret power in daily life, begin by practicing the Stoic exercise of memento mori, which means, remember you must die. This isn't meant to be morbid, but to serve as a gentle reminder to cherish each moment. Set aside time each day to reflect on the transient nature of life, perhaps during a quiet walk or while journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and consider how fleeting they might be. This practice can heighten your appreciation and focus your mind on what truly matters. How might embracing this perspective transform your daily actions and decisions? In embracing the echo of eternity, we harness a secret power that strengthens the iron mind. The Stoics teach us that by facing our mortality, we strip away trivialities and align ourselves with our deepest values. Life becomes not a race against time, but a dance within it, each step deliberate and meaningful. So, ask yourself, are you merely counting the days, or are you making the days count? Remember, the sands of time slip through everyone's fingers, but it's how we mold them that defines our legacy. Will you let the awareness of life's brevity empower you to live more fully today? Lesson 4. The Silent Fortress, Building Your Inner Citadel Amidst the Storm. Have you ever felt like a small ship tossed about in a raging sea, searching desperately for a safe harbor within yourself? What if I told you that the Stoics believed we each have the power to construct an unassailable fortress inside our minds, a silent citadel impervious to the chaos of the outside world? The Stoics taught that by building this inner stronghold, fortified with reason and virtue, we can remain unshaken no matter how fierce the storms of life become. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, proclaimed, "A wise man is safe, not because he has walls of stone around him, but because he has the fortifications of reason and virtue." Imagine possessing a sanctuary so secure that no external turmoil can penetrate it. Could it be that by cultivating this inner citadel, we unlock the secret power of an iron mind? Picture your mind as a majestic castle perched atop a hill, overlooking the landscapes of your life. The walls are not made of stone and mortar, but of your principles, values, and wisdom. The Stoics believed that this inner fortress is our true home, a place we can retreat to for solace and strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about this concept, stating, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." By nurturing this internal refuge, we create a space where peace prevails, regardless of the storms raging outside. Have you considered that the key to tranquility might lie not in changing your environment, but in fortifying your inner world? But how do we begin the construction of this silent fortress? The Stoics emphasize the importance of daily practices that strengthen our mental resilience. They advocated for the cultivation of virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, as the building blocks of our inner citadel. Modern Stoic philosopher Massimo Pigliucci suggests that by consistently practicing these virtues, we reinforce our mental defenses. Think of each virtuous act as laying another brick in your fortress, each moment of self-discipline as reinforcing the gates against intrusion. The Stoics taught that we must be vigilant architects of our minds, carefully selecting the materials we use to build. Are you choosing thoughts and actions that strengthen your fortress? Or are you unwittingly allowing weak points in your defenses? To cultivate this secret power in daily life, start by setting aside time each day for self-reflection and mindfulness, much like an engineer assessing the integrity of a structure. Engage in meditation to become aware of your thoughts and emotions, observing them without judgment. This awareness allows you to identify areas where your defenses might be lacking. Journaling can serve as a blueprint for your construction efforts. Write about your successes in practicing virtue, as well as the challenges you face. Additionally, surround yourself with influences that support your building efforts. Read philosophical texts, engage in meaningful conversations, and seek out mentors who exemplify the virtues you wish to embody. What practical steps can you take today to lay the next stone in your inner citadel? In constructing your silent fortress, you embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, creating an unshakable foundation for an iron mind. This inner citadel becomes not just a refuge but a vantage point from which you can view life's challenges with clarity and composure. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By fortifying your mind, you gain mastery over your inner world, rendering external chaos powerless over your peace. The Stoics remind us that true strength comes from within, and that by building our inner fortress, we equip ourselves to face any adversity. So I ask you, will you commit to being the architect of your own mental stronghold, to unlocking the secret power of an iron mind? Remember, the most formidable fortresses are not built overnight, but through consistent effort and dedication. Are you ready to dwell securely within your silent fortress, impervious to the storms of fate? Lesson 5. The Symphony of Control, Mastering Emotions Through Inner Harmony. Have you ever felt as though your emotions are like a wild orchestra, each instrument playing its own tune, creating a cacophony instead of a symphony? What if the secret to an iron mind lies in becoming the conductor of this inner orchestra, harmonizing your emotions to create a masterpiece of serenity and strength? The Stoics believed that by mastering our emotions, we could achieve a state of inner equilibrium that empowers us to face any of life's challenges with grace. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." By taking command of our emotional responses, we liberate ourselves from the turmoil that often clouds our judgment. Could it be that the key to unlocking the secret power of an iron mind is found in orchestrating our inner symphony? Imagine your mind as a grand concert hall, where emotions are the musicians awaiting your direction. The Stoics taught that emotions themselves are not the enemy. Rather, it's our lack of control over them that leads to discord. Like a seasoned conductor, we must understand each instrument, anger, fear, joy, sadness, and know when to bring them forth or quiet them down. Modern Stoic philosopher Donald Robertson emphasizes the importance of emotional resilience, stating, "Stoicism doesn't seek to suppress emotions, but to transform them through rational understanding." Have you been allowing your emotions to control the performance? Or are you ready to take up the baton and lead? But how do we begin to conduct this complex orchestra within us? The Stoics recommended the practice of rational examination of our emotions. It's akin to tuning each instrument before the performance. We must understand the source and nature of each feeling. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." By questioning the validity of our emotional reactions, we can dismantle irrational responses and foster a balanced state of mind. Think of it as adjusting the tempo and dynamics of your inner music, ensuring that each emotion contributes positively to the overall harmony. Are you prepared to engage in this introspective process to refine your emotional symphony? To cultivate this secret power in daily life, start by observing your emotional responses without judgment. When you feel a strong emotion arising, pause and take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself what triggered this feeling and whether it's based on rational grounds. Practice cognitive distancing by viewing the situation from an outsider's perspective, much like a conductor listens to the orchestra as a whole rather than getting lost in a single instrument. Additionally, engage in activities that promote emotional regulation, such as mindfulness meditation or journaling. Write down your feelings and analyze them logically, identifying patterns and areas for improvement. What practical steps can you take today to become the master conductor of your emotional orchestra? In embracing the Symphony of Control, we align ourselves with the Stoic pursuit of inner harmony, unlocking the secret power of an iron mind. By mastering our emotions, we transform potential chaos into a source of strength and resilience. It's like turning dissonance into a beautiful melody that inspires and uplifts. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By conducting our inner orchestra with wisdom and compassion, we achieve the freedom to live authentically and purposefully. So I ask you, will you take up the conductor's baton and lead your emotions toward harmony and strength? Remember, the power to create your own symphony lies within you. Are you ready to compose the masterpiece of your life with the steady hand of an iron mind? Lesson 6. The Mirror of Intentions, Aligning Actions with Inner Values. Have you ever gazed into a mirror and questioned whether the person staring back truly embodies your deepest values? What if the secret to an iron mind lies in harmonizing your actions with your inner convictions? The Stoics believed that integrity is the bedrock of mental resilience. Just as a compass always points north, Aligning our deeds with our principles ensures we navigate life with purpose and clarity. Modern Stoic philosopher Sharon Labelle echoes this sentiment, saying, "Your choices are your character." Could it be that by reflecting our true selves in our actions, we unlock a profound inner strength? Imagine your life as a finely tuned instrument. When each string, representing your actions and values, is in harmony, the music you create resonates with authenticity and power. But if even one string is out of tune, the melody falters. The Stoics taught that discord between our inner beliefs and outer actions leads to inner turmoil. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." By ensuring our actions mirror our intentions, we compose a symphony of integrity. Are you playing in harmony with your true self? Or is there a dissonance that needs addressing? But how do we achieve this alignment between action and intention? The Stoics recommended regular self-examination and honesty, much like polishing a mirror to achieve a clear reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This means taking responsibility for our choices and ensuring they stem from our authentic values, not external pressures or fleeting desires. Think of it as crafting a masterpiece. Every brushstroke, action, should contribute to the overall vision, your values. Have you defined the vision that guides your life's masterpiece? To cultivate this secret power in daily life, begin by identifying your core values, those principles that are non-negotiable to you. Write them down and reflect on them regularly. When making decisions, pause and ask yourself whether your choice aligns with these values. Practice mindfulness to stay present and aware of your actions throughout the day. Engage in honest conversations with yourself, acknowledging when you stray from your path and gently steering yourself back. Additionally, surround yourself with individuals who support and reflect your commitment to living authentically. What practical steps can you take today to ensure your actions are a true reflection of your inner convictions? In embracing the mirror of intentions, we unlock the secret power of an iron mind. The Stoics teach us that when our actions align with our values, we stand firm against life's tempests, unshaken by external chaos. It's like a tree with deep roots. No matter how strong the wind blows, it remains steadfast. Seneca taught, "To live with the gods is to show them a soul faithful to their design." By living authentically, we not only honor ourselves but also contribute positively to the world around us. So, I ask you, will you take the time to polish your inner mirror, allowing your true self to shine through your actions? Remember, the power to live in harmony with your values lies within you. Are you ready to reflect your authentic self in every choice you make? Lesson 7. The Flowing River, Embracing Change to Strengthen the Iron Mind. Have you ever stood beside a river and watched how effortlessly it adapts to the contours of the land, flowing over rocks and around obstacles without losing its essence? What if the secret to an iron mind lies in emulating this fluidity, embracing change rather than resisting it? The Stoics believed that change is the only constant in life, and by accepting this, we can navigate the currents of existence with grace and resilience. As Heraclitus famously said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." Could it be that by flowing with life's changes, we unlock a hidden strength within ourselves? Imagine your life as a grand river, starting as a small stream and gaining momentum as it travels toward the vast ocean. Along the way, it encounters boulders, fallen trees, and narrow passages. Yet it doesn't stop. It adapts and continues its journey. The Stoics taught that we too must be like the river, understanding that obstacles are not roadblocks, but part of the natural course. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" Have you been fighting against the current, or are you ready to let go and embrace the flow of life? But how do we cultivate this ability to adapt and remain steadfast amid change? The Stoics emphasize the importance of flexibility in thought and action, much like a tree that bends with the wind to avoid breaking. Seneca advised, "A happy life is one which is in accordance with its own nature." This means recognizing that change is inherent in our existence, and that resistance only leads to unnecessary suffering. Think of a sailor who adjusts his sails to the shifting winds. By adapting, he harnesses the very force that could have hindered him. Are you willing to adjust your sails to navigate the unpredictable seas of life? To practice this secret power in daily life, begin by embracing mindfulness and staying present in each moment. When faced with unexpected changes, pause and take a deep breath. Acknowledge your initial reactions, but then consider how you can adapt constructively. Engage in activities that encourage flexibility, such as yoga or improvisational art, which train your mind and body to adjust gracefully. Additionally, reflect on past experiences where change led to growth, reminding yourself that adaptability has served you before. What practical steps can you take today to become more like the flowing river, turning potential obstacles into opportunities? In embracing the flowing river within, we tap into the Stoic wisdom that teaches us to find strength in adaptability. The Stoics understood that rigidity leads to brittleness, while flexibility fosters resilience. Modern Stoic philosopher Ryan Holiday echoes this in his work, stating, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. By accepting and adapting to change, we fortify our iron mind, ready to face whatever life brings. So I ask you, will you choose to flow with life's currents, transforming challenges into catalysts for growth? Remember, the river doesn't fear change, it thrives because of it. Are you prepared to let go of resistance and embrace the transformative power of adaptability? Lesson 8. The Flame of Fate, Igniting Inner Strength. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to embrace every twist and turn of your life with open arms, even the ones that scorch and sear? What if the secret power of an iron mind lies in not just accepting your fate, but loving it passionately? The Stoics introduced the concept of amor fati, the love of one's fate, viewing life's challenges as fuel for the inner fire. Imagine your life as a phoenix, a mythical bird that is reborn from its own ashes, stronger and more radiant each time. Friedrich Nietzsche, inspired by Stoic philosophy, declared, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different." Could it be that by igniting the flame of fate within us, we transform every experience into a source of inner strength? Picture yourself walking through a dense forest, where each path is uncertain and filled with both beauty and peril. The Stoics believed that every trail we encounter is the one we are meant to walk, each step weaving the tapestry of our destiny. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" By embracing amor fati, we cease battling the underbrush and start appreciating the journey, thorns and all. Have you been resisting the paths laid before you, or are you ready to walk them with courage and love? But how do we cultivate this profound love for our fate, especially when faced with hardship? The Stoics suggested that we reframe our perspective, seeing obstacles not as hindrances, but as integral parts of our story. It's like viewing life as a grand novel, where every plot twist adds depth and richness to the narrative. Modern Stoic philosopher Ryan Holiday writes in The Obstacle is the Way, the obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. By recognizing that each challenge shapes us, we kindle the flame that forges an iron mind. Can you begin to see your struggles as the very elements that make your story worth telling? To harness amor fati in daily life, start by practicing gratitude for all experiences, not just the pleasant ones. Keep a journal where you note down not only what went well, but also the challenges you faced, and reflect on what each has taught you. When something unwelcome happens, pause and say to yourself, "This too is part of my journey." Engage in mindfulness exercises to stay present, allowing you to accept each moment as it unfolds. Surround yourself with stories of individuals who turned adversity into triumph, drawing inspiration from their ability to love their fate. What practical steps can you take today to fan the flames of amor fati within you? In embracing the flame of fate, we unlock the secret power of an iron mind, one that thrives not in spite of challenges but because of them. The Stoics teach us that by loving our fate, we transform into alchemists, turning every experience into gold. It's like standing in the midst of a storm and feeling not fear, but exhilaration, knowing that the winds are propelling you forward. Epictetus encouraged, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well." So I ask you, will you choose to ignite the flame of amor fati within you, embracing your destiny with passion and strength? Remember, the fire that can forge iron into steel lies within your grasp. Are you ready to love your fate and in doing so, unlock the boundless potential of your iron mind? Lesson 9. The Paradox of Plenty. Finding freedom in simplicity. Have you ever felt weighed down by the very things that were supposed to bring you joy? What if the secret power of an iron mind lies not in acquiring more, but in desiring less? The Stoics believed that true wealth comes from contentment, not abundance. Imagine your life as a ship sailing the open sea. The more cargo you accumulate, the more burdened and sluggish your journey becomes. Epictetus wisely noted, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions but in having few wants." Could it be that by embracing simplicity, we unlock a profound freedom that strengthens our inner resolve? Picture a garden overflowing with plants, so crowded that no single flower can fully bloom. The Stoics taught that when we clutter our lives with excess desires and possessions, we suffocate our true selves. Seneca observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." By pruning away unnecessary wants, we make space for growth, allowing our spirits to flourish. Have you considered that the relentless pursuit of more might actually be hindering your happiness and peace? But how do we navigate a world that constantly urges us to acquire and consume? The Stoics recommended cultivating a mindset of sufficiency, much like a traveler who carries only what is essential for the journey. Modern Stoic philosopher Massimo Pigliucci emphasizes the value of focusing on what truly matters, stating, "By wanting less, we are likely to get what we need." This doesn't mean rejecting all pleasures, but discerning which ones enrich our lives and which ones distract us from our purpose. Are you ready to reevaluate your desires and determine what genuinely contributes to your well-being? To practice this secret power in daily life, start by conducting a personal inventory of your possessions and aspirations. Ask yourself whether each item or goal aligns with your core values and contributes to your inner peace. Consider adopting minimalism in areas where excess has become overwhelming, donating or discarding what no longer serves you. When faced with the temptation to acquire more, pause and reflect on whether it fulfills a true need or a fleeting want. Additionally, practice gratitude by acknowledging and appreciating what you already have. What practical steps can you take today to lighten your load and embrace the freedom of simplicity? In embracing the paradox of plenty, we tap into the Stoic wisdom that teaches us less can indeed be more. By shedding unnecessary desires, we unburden our minds and strengthen our inner fortitude. It's like climbing a mountain. The lighter your pack, the higher and faster you can ascend. Epictetus encouraged, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." So I ask you, will you choose to lay down the weight of excess and discover the liberation that comes with simplicity? Remember, the secret power of an iron mind is often found not in addition, but in subtraction. Are you prepared to find freedom in wanting less, and in doing so, unlock the boundless potential within you? Lesson 10. The Stoic Sage. Embodying the iron mind in every moment. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to live each moment with unwavering clarity and purpose, as if you were the calm eye at the center of life's storm? What if the ultimate secret to an iron mind is not just knowing Stoic principles, but embodying them so fully that they become the very essence of who you are? The Stoics believed that wisdom is not merely an intellectual pursuit, but a lived experience, a transformation of the soul. Picture yourself as a towering oak tree, whose roots delve deep into the earth's core, unshaken by the fiercest winds. Modern Stoic philosopher William Irvine suggests, Stoicism is a philosophy of life that maximizes positive emotions, reduces negative emotions, and allows individuals to focus on what they can control. Could it be that by becoming a Stoic sage, you unlock the limitless potential of your iron mind? Imagine walking through a bustling city, chaos swirling around you, honking cars, rushing crowds, flashing lights, yet you move with deliberate grace, untouched by the frenzy. The Stoics taught that true mastery comes from within, that peace is not the absence of external disturbances, but the presence of inner tranquility. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." By internalizing Stoic virtues, we become like a lighthouse, our wisdom casting light into the darkest nights. Have you considered that the path to such serenity lies in consistently practicing and embodying these timeless teachings? But how do we transition from understanding Stoic concepts to living them authentically every day? The Stoics advised relentless practice and self-discipline, much like an athlete who trains daily to excel. Epictetus counseled, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This means integrating Stoic principles into every action, thought, and decision until they become second nature. Modern philosopher Massimo Pigliucci encourages the use of daily exercises and reflections to embed Stoic wisdom into our lives. Think of it as forging a sword. Repeated heating and hammering make the blade strong and resilient. Are you prepared to commit to this continuous process of self-forging? To cultivate this secret power in daily life, begin by establishing a routine of Stoic practices. Start each day with a morning meditation, setting intentions grounded in virtue and reason. Throughout the day, apply the dichotomy of control by focusing on what you can influence and accepting what you cannot. Use obstacles as opportunities to exercise patience, courage, and wisdom, reinforcing your iron mind. In the evening, engage in reflective journaling, assessing your actions and thoughts against Stoic ideals. Surround yourself with a community of like-minded individuals or mentors who exemplify Stoic living. What practical steps can you take today to embody the Stoic sage within you? In embracing the role of the Stoic sage, you unlock the ultimate secret power of an iron mind, living each moment with purpose, clarity, and unwavering inner strength. The Stoics teach us that wisdom is not a destination, but a lifelong journey of self-improvement and mindful action. It's like crafting a masterpiece. Each brushstroke, no matter how small, contributes to the beauty of the whole. Seneca reminded us, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." So I ask you, will you choose to not just learn about Stoicism, but to live it fully, becoming a beacon of strength and serenity in the world? Remember, the power to embody the iron mind lies within your daily choices and actions. Are you ready to step into the shoes of the Stoic sage and let your life be the ultimate expression of wisdom?